I'm pissed. Okay? I'm pissed that I have to make this video. I'm pissed that I have to do this right now. Because it means divulging information that I don't want to divulge willingly. It's personal, it's private, and it's traumatic. I'm pissed. Not just about this situation I'm in, but at myself for getting myself into this. It doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter, we're here. I have to do this. And for context, if you haven't been paying attention to my Twitter, I had a little bit of an event happen with an entity that will remain nameless. And in that, I got pushed into a corner. In exchange for not having other information be leaked, very, very private information, I now have to do this video and explain a certain aspect of the previous video. So yeah. God, I'm pissed. And I hope you're happy. Okay? I hope you're happy. Now, where do I start? It happened 5 years ago. I was friends with a girl named Sarah. And she and I were pretty good friends. We hung out a lot. But suddenly one day she went missing. Her parents had no idea where she was. I took it upon myself to try and assist in finding her when the authorities couldn't. And I did. I searched for a while. And I did eventually find her after so many dead ends, but she had asked me to meet her at an undisclosed location where she betrayed me. She had me kidnapped in broad daylight, knocked out with chloroform, and sent to a particular location, a forested area next to a large field. And in that field, a cult resided. And that cult was trying to perform a ritual. A specific kind of ritual. And they had multiple people there. Why are you making me do this? Okay. When I awoke, I found myself bound and gagged next to 3 other individuals. There were others in the distance over to my left, and staring not too far away not too far away, straight on, was the cult in their ritual circle. They took 2 of the people on my right, subjected them to the ritual, and it failed, killing them, and then it was my turn. I've got this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. So, they took me. They unbound me. They still left the gag in my mouth. They unbound me and stripped me of my shirt, and then strapped me to the ground by 4 pegs. I was stretched out in a star-like pattern over the top of that ritual circle, and I saw in the process several people, one of them being Sarah. She personally tied my right arm down and was one of the people heading up that ritual. And that they began to chant, speaking a language that was not English. It was definitely not English. I'm not sure what it was, but I couldn't understand it. But they tried it, and they were speaking aloud, and I could feel my body shaking. Out of fear, but also out of the effect of that sigil that was underneath me. Then one of them took out a dagger and carved a rune into my bare chest and continued on with the ritual. And I felt my chest sear with absolute pain and agony, and I felt something happening to me. Something changed. But when it was over, it seemed like nothing had changed. And it seemed to them that they failed. And then suddenly, one of the captives had gotten free and had started interrupting the discussion. I was still alive, and they were going to try and test the ritual again, but that was interrupted by one of the victims, one of the other people there. And they had managed to free others, and a fight had ensued, and I had somehow managed to get free. Fuck off, you cunts! One of these days, Anyways, I managed to escape somehow in the commotion, and I ran. I ran into the night for days on 2 nights. For 2 nights, I was out in those woods. I was cold, shaking. I had managed to grab my shirt, so at least I wasn't shaking from the bare chest, but I felt... I felt scared and alone, and then I was found days later by rescue services. They brought me back, but I was never the same. I told them all my story. And Sarah's not been heard from again. Good riddance, but part of me worries if she's still out there trying to find me or do something to me or whatever. I don't know, but I care not to think about it, and I do not especially appreciate that I'm having to reveal this, right? I've told it now. Great, it's out in the open, fantastic, but I'm on the verge of freaking out. So I'm just gonna end it here right now, okay? You know what happened, okay? That's what happened. That's why I'm afraid of those woods. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I'm calling it. Done.